Get time. Come up through the struggle, not too many get to tell. Got up and shook it off every time we ever fail. Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Transportation make you happy when your life a living hell. Sirens jump behind us praying we don't go to jail. Window skimp, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and missed, 2 to stand over. Turn up! Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram, I might be at 1 million. And I'm in. You out your mind, I'm out mine, bet not flinch wrong. I'm on my grind, rock supplying like the Flintstones. Reputation on the line and the clips long. They 9 to 5 slang at 9, you get blitzed on. I walked out on the driver, Luca Price. Bitch, I'm picking it up.
Yo, what's up, and welcome back to another edition of Conflicted Ignorance. I am your host, Michael Gross, MG, Gross 1911 on IG, whatever you want to call me, man. And we are back to talk about Kevin Durant and KLAY Thompson. Both guys suffered serious injuries in the playoffs this year. Kevin Durant first went down with a calf injury, and it turned he tried to come back, and it turned into a ruptured Achilles in Game 5. Also, KLAY Thompson, Game 6 last night, went up for a dunk, got fouled, and came down kind of sideways and twisted his knee, and apparently he has torn his ACL. And both injuries really have a long rehab time and a very, very hard road to come back from, especially the Achilles injury. We can ask Kobe. We can ask recently DeMarcus Cousins. Now we have I know Ty Lawson had an Achilles injury. One more guy that I was top of my mind that had an Achilles injury, can't think of right now. But the only guy to come back and have a successful season and career, well, I don't want to say successful, but was on the same level he was when he left, and that's Dominique Wilkins. He came back from Achilles injury and really was the same man that he was when he left. He was dunking, scoring, and doing what he always do as being the human highlight reel. But one thing about these injuries that we need to talk about is that it is the NBA offseason, and we know what that means. Money team. Money team. There's some people out here that's about to get pity, and I'm talking about straight cash, homie. And the words of the great Randy Moss, you know what I'm talking about. KLAY Thompson and Kevin Durant are both free agents this year, and they're both looking for big deals. Now, one thing that I have to say, and I do commend the Golden State Warriors on, that there are reports that have came out that they will be trying to offer both KLAY and Kevin Durant the Supermax. I believe KLAY Thompson Supermax is around 5 years and $191 million. So just tack on another 30 or 40 more for Kevin Durant, and that puts him around the 230, 240 area, or 220 area. So he's definitely going to get all of that. If not from the Golden State Warriors, then some team out there would definitely take that risk and investment in Kevin Durant. Now, let's talk what this means for the Warriors next year. Looking at the Warriors presently constructed, if they were to go out and offer Kevin Durant and KLAY Thompson 2 mega deals, then that puts them, kind of handcuffs them from getting top level free agents to come there. They might be able to get some guys that are on 1-year deals, some guys that maybe have something to prove and are playing for a contract. So there's a possibility there, but that really puts them in a bind, because you're going to give 2 players that are don't get me wrong, they're definitely worth the money. They're definitely worth the money, but they won't be available next year. And we all know the best ability is availability and sustainability and accountability. You know what I'm saying? Those are the 3, in my opinion, that will keep you or make you a Hall of Fame type player or just a Hall of Fame type person. You know what I'm talking about? But here we go. Looking at the Warriors, man, who can you bring in to not only for cheap, but that can also produce at a high level. I mean, one name that comes to mind is maybe Gerald Green. Gerald Green can get the veteran minimum, maybe a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a good commodity for the two guard for the Golden State Warriors, especially knowing that he's going to be playing with one of the greatest shooters that ever, well, probably the greatest shooter to ever play in Steph Curry. So that might takes a little bit of pressure off him. And Clay is injured in June. So he's not going to play by December. So let's get that out. After the All-Star break, that's about 8 to 9 months. I'm thinking realistically, you can get Klay Thompson back maybe a month before the playoffs start. Maybe a couple of weeks before the playoffs start, but you definitely can get him back by the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking. As far as Kevin Durant, I would, if I was Kevin Durant and I was advising Kevin Durant, I would sit out the whole 2019-2020 season. I would not come back and play until 2021. The 2021 season, I will come back and play. Not before then, because we all know that Achilles injuries, you're not going to be the same you were the first year back. It takes a year for that muscle to get strong. So why not just rehab like crazy? I'm talking about like rehab like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to Kobe. Go talk to Kevin Durant. I mean, not Kevin Durant, but talk to Boogie Cousins and talk to those guys that have went through this injury and see what can you do that they did. My bad, man. I had I'm trying to look at the chat. Big ups everybody out there joining me in the chat. Jeff Rowe, what up, big dog? If you're coming in right now, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Tell a friend about the show. Man, just likes, subscribe, whatever you can do for this channel, man, to help me grow and help this channel get bigger. I really, really appreciate it. I will be giving y'all constant content on this channel. Daily content on this channel. So if you're down with me, if you like what I'm doing, you like the angle that I put on basketball and the twist that I put on basketball, then you're definitely gonna like what I do for the NBA draft. You're definitely gonna like what I do for the NFL season. You're definitely gonna like what I do for the NBA summer league. I'm planning on trying to cover all those things and bring y'all great content and bring y'all great stories that not only pertaining to the world of basketball or football or boxing or UFC, but things that are outside of that, things like that I watch, movies that I watch, TV shows that I watch, TV series that I watch. Maybe you guys are interested in it too, and we can just talk, man, chop it up and have a good time, man. Nothing like having a good time and talking things over with friends. So smash the thumbs up button, man. But let's get back to the show. Now, when you look at the Golden State Warriors and how they're presently constructed, you know you're gonna have a Draymond Green and Steph Curry coming back next year, and they gonna feel like they have something to prove. And I can respect that, but at the same time, you got to look at it and be serious. Like the Warriors probably won't be contending for a title next year if Klay Thompson is out for a extended amount of time, and if Kevin Durant doesn't play, I don't think they will make the finals. I think the West is going to get a whole lot more interesting this coming up year. I think with the addition that I'm anticipating, because I do anticipate the Lakers picking up Anthony Davis. Maybe Boston looks and sees what Toronto did, and they make a pitch for Davis, maybe giving up Tatum, but I wouldn't. Now, I say I wouldn't give up Tatum for Anthony Davis. The only reason because I don't have Anthony under contract for a extended amount of time. I still have Tatum on his rookie deal, and I still can go out and try to get one of these supermax guys. I still can go out and try to get a Kawhi Leonard. I still can go out and try to get a Jimmy Butler. I still can go out and try to get maybe even a DeMarcus Cousins. I'm like, if you're Boston, you don't necessarily have to give up your young assets, especially if Kyrie Irving is leaving. Then that is going to give those assets like Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, and my guy name. I just said his name, man. Jason Tatum room to blossom and really, 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 really grow. So you got to look at that from that angle if you're Boston. But Anthony Davis, man, is the once in a lifetime kind of talent. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you do roll the dice and try to go for that ring, and you see the excellent job that Masai Ujiri did with the not only the Raptors but previously with the Denver Nuggets. He's one of those executives that is not afraid to make the big move, and he definitely went out. I believe he brought Carmelo to Denver, and they were competitive. They made it to the Western Conference Finals and ran into Kobe. Then he got to Toronto. He really shook things up. Looked at the roster how it was presently constructed, and looked at the Mar DeRozan, and no knock on DeMar, just said, man, you're not the guy to get me over the hump. I gotta go out and get me a superstar level player. And he looked at the situation that Kawhi was going through in San Antonio and knew that the fact that Greg Popovich don't necessarily want to trade his players in conference. You know what I'm saying? If you notice Greg, he's never going to trade a guy that that he values. He's never going to really trade him in conference unless he's getting something that he can't turn down. So he traded Kawhi to the Raptors. They got back to DeMar DeRozan. Masai also looked at Danny Green and recognized him as a guy that could improve. Looked at Van Fleet, drafted him, even though they picked up Corey Joseph, picked up Jeremy Lin. Van Fleet beat out both those guys for playing time. Realized Pascal Siakam was a very, very, very talented guy. Some guys thought Pirtle was better than him, but he let go of Pirtle and Siakam really blossomed this year. And he looked at Valanciunas and said, "Man, you're not the center that I need to get me over the hump," and shipped him to I believe to Memphis and got Marc Gasol and those are some big and bold moves that actually paid off. So Masai Ujiri definitely my general manager of the year or however they put it, NBA executive of the year, however you want to put it. Masai Ujiri is definitely that guy. But looking at going back to Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson, it seems like Klay Thompson wants to stay with the Warriors for all intents and purposes. You know what I'm saying? Seems like he's very, very interested in staying with the Warriors. So I think that how it would go, they would try to go and get Klay locked up first. I feel like Klay just been a part of that organization for years. They drafted him. They won rings with him. They just been from the ground up with Klay Thompson. So, and I think his deal is more easier to get done because he know where he's solid. He didn't make the NBA all NBA All Star NBA All NBA team this year. Really cost him about $30 million. You know what I'm saying? I know, man. These writers, I think these writers and stuff have just too much power nowadays when it comes to NBA contracts and what these guys are doing. Big ups to everybody out there in the chat. What's up, Eric Cruz? What's up, Ivan Diaz? What up, Elms? What up, Jeffro? What up, everybody out there in the chat, man? Show me love. As y'all come in, please smash that thumbs up button. But yeah, man, I think they give these writers too much power because they have the influence to say who's on the All NBA team, which is only 15 players. And if you don't make the All NBA team, then you're slotted. You're slotted $30 million below everybody else when it comes to free agency. Well, not everybody else, but when it comes to those top 15 players that they deem top 15 players. So Klay is going to miss out on $30 million, but he's going to get a 5-year deal, probably worth in the range of between $190 and $195 million. So he's going to definitely get his money. Then if you're the Warriors, you got to definitely look at Kevin Durant, and you got to figure out what are you going to do. Are you going to offer this man 32 years old? Well, 30 right now, will be turning 31 in September, but by the time he gets back on the court, he's going to be 32 years old because I believe that he would not play the 2019-2020 season. I do not believe that we'll see Kevin Durant on the basketball court next year. That's just my opinion. If I was advising him, that's what I would advise him. Get healthy, get stronger. You know you're going to get your money. You know look here, 30 teams. All it takes is one sucker, and I don't mean sucker in a bad way because we seen bad contracts. So we seen players get money that shouldn't be getting that amount of money. So all it takes is one sucker. Look at Otto Porter, got $100 million. What he been doing? How good he been? Not this Otto Porter. He's a damn good player, has a damn good shot. But he's not $100 million player. Maybe in this day in the NBA age he is, but he's got a don't want to say bad contract, but he got a contract that they probably not really like. And look at my man John Wall, and I love John Wall, love John Wall. John Wall got a whole heap of money, and he probably gonna miss this whole next season too. And they trying to figure out a way to get up off under that deal. The Wizards showed interest in Alonzo Ball, so that tells you all that tells you all you need to know about how they feel about John Wall if they're trying to get Lonzo Ball. But back to the topic at hand. Looking at Kevin Durant, man, he is one of the all-time greatest scorers I ever seen. From a 6'11" wingspan, let's go ahead and be legit. Kevin Durant, 7 foot, 7-footer with a three, with a handle, can get to the bucket anytime he want to, can get to any spot on the floor and shoot over any defender. He's definitely a guy you got to look at and consider giving him that supermax deal. But in my personal opinion, I would try to give him a 1-year deal, maybe 2-year deal with a second-year player option, and see if I can do that. But that's asking a lot of him because you need that security, and I'm starting to understand that more. You need that security. So 5-year deal, I sign it now. By the time I get done with it, I'm 36, and then I can probably do what you're saying now and get a 1 or 2-year deal. So I totally understand the security that Kevin Durant needs. But as a organization, if I was running the Warriors, I would probably not risk giving Durant all that money. I would maybe go out and try to get 2 more players to go with what I got. You know what I'm saying? 2 more mid-level not mid-level, but maybe a guy like Tobias Harris. You know what I'm saying? Come damn good player and probably will feel right in place playing with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Catch and shoot kind of guy, goes off screen, can make his own shot, and then possibly go out and invest in maybe a good 5 if you lose Boogie Cousins. You know what I'm saying? Maybe invest in there's some players out there that I can't really think of right now, but this year's offseason is going to be really nice. You got Kawhi, you got Clay, you got Durant, you got Cousins, you got Kemba Walker. I mean, there's some guys out there that you can get to try to lessen that blow if you were to lose Kevin Durant. But for all intents and purposes, man, I don't think you're going to lose Kevin Durant. Hey, boxing therapy, maybe you can get me into basketball, man. Hey, the only thing you gotta do is listen, bro. If one thing that if I don't know boxing, bro, I damn should know about some motherfucking basketball. That's one thing that I did my whole entire life. Loma King, no hobby anymore, man. No hobby anymore. Just Michael. If you want to be a part of the conversation, all thing you gotta do is add Michael Gross on Skype, add me on Skype, and to be a part of the conversation, I would definitely accept your call. I'm about to wind down, man, because I think both guys are going to be compensated well this offseason. I don't think this injury takes away anything from the player that they are and the money that they're going to receive. But what I do think it does, I think it makes maybe there were talks of maybe Durant and Kyrie joining up. I think it might put a dampen on that. Maybe because Kyrie wants to win now. He wants to show everybody that he can win now without LeBron. So it might not be what Kyrie wants to do. So it might start a trickle effect where maybe Kyrie and Jimmy Butler might team up. Maybe Kyrie and somebody else might team up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Kyrie will go. It looks like Kyrie is going to be messing with the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? That's where the kind of reports we're getting. But yeah, man, this NBA offseason is going to be tremendous. I think it's going to be something to watch and something to really pay close attention to because it's just There's a lot of money to be made, man. There's lots of money to be made this offseason, man, especially with the influx of the Supermax deal, because you have guys like Kawhi Leonard, like Kevin Durant, and I believe Kemba Walker that are all going to be looking for that Supermax deal, which is like, let's say the total amount they can offer Clay is 5 years and 191, but they can offer Kevin Durant 5 years and 220, between 220 and 235, somewhere around there. And that is because he made an All NBA team this year. He made an All NBA team. He was one of 15 to make an All NBA team. So when you make an All NBA team and you have the ability to become a free agent, then you have the ability to demand and get the supermax deal. So that's how the supermax deal works with the NBA. But I guess we have no callers today. I will definitely be back to tonight with another show. We're going to be talking about Toronto Raptors and their year in review. Just look at the highs and lows and just everything, the timeline of the Toronto Raptors this year and everything that led up to them getting to the NBA championship. My name is Michael Gross. You can follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. I do have H Money. Come through for me. H Money, man. Talk to me, big dog. What's going on, man? How you feel about Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson, man, going into this offseason? Do they deserve big money from the Warriors, or should the Warriors say, "No, man, you guys are injured. I ain't giving y'all all that money"?
I feel like the Warriors should give them the max contract, Mike, because these players, man, they won championships over there, Mike. I think they won about 3. Klay Thompson got about 3 championships, and Kevin Durant got 2. How many championships Klay Thompson got,
Klay
Mike?
got shit. Klay got 3 of them, man. If KD got 2, Klay got 3.
Yeah, so they deserve to get paid for winning these titles.
I totally believe that they're gonna take that they're gonna take care of Klay Thompson. He's been there from the beginning. They drafted him. He's like a grassroots kind of a player. But when it comes to Kevin Durant, man, you know, like I know, that Achilles injury, man, motherfuckers don't come back the same. Ty Lawson went the same when he came back. Boogie Cousins ain't the same right now. Maybe he'll be better next year. Kobe Bryant went this, even though he was older, he wasn't the same player, bro.
Yeah, you got a point there, but Durant is still kind of young, Mike, and it's like he's just getting in his prime. So if I believe anybody can do it, it'll be Durant. And with his skill set, he could shoot from anywhere. He's just not like an athletic player. He got plenty of skills he can use without just just dunking on people and things like that. He could score in a variety of ways. He could pass the ball. I'm a big Kevin Durant fan. I feel like he was one of the best players, if not the best player, between him and Kawhi Leonard. I would put Kevin Durant second before the injury, Mike. And I'll take a Kevin Durant with a ruptured Achilles, man, over a lot of players, Mike. I still got him in my top 10.
I damn sure roll them dice, man. Let's see. I tell him, man, look here. You ain't playing next year. You not playing next year. 2020, come back and let me see how you is. But next year, you ain't playing. We're gonna give you this money, but you can't get on the court next year.
So what you think about the Warriors' chances next year? Say if everybody returned, the same team, but Durant sits out the whole year and possibly Klay Thompson sitting out the year.
Yeah,
say they resign all of them.
If Klay does come back, he'll come back probably about a month before the playoffs, if not during the playoffs. I think next year, man, without Klay and without KD, and especially if you're going to give those guys the max, if you're going to give both guys the max deal, then you ain't going to have no money left over for nobody else. So you're going to have a team full of niggas getting the veteran minimum, guys on 1-year deals. So it's gonna be a skeleton kind of crew. And if Steph Curry really the guy who we think he is, then he gonna have to show us something, big dog. He gonna have to show us that he is who he say he is when he ain't got his dynamic duo right beside him. You know what I'm saying? So if Steph that guy, then he got to show it next year.
Would you put him as your favorite with
Man,
without Durant.
bro, they not the favorite even in the West, my nigga. They not the
For
favorite in the
real?
West. Hell no. You give me
Dang.
without Durant and without Klay Thompson, you give me the Rockets and you give me the Thunder. And if the Lakers get my boy AD, it's over. It's a wrap, bro. It's a motherfucking wrap.
Okay, what you think about this NBA draft coming up? You got Zion Williamson. They building him up as the next great player in the NBA. They say he's the next LeBron James. They got Ja Morant predicted to come home to Memphis, where I'm at. I'm liking. Yeah, I like Ja Morant. They say he like Westbrook or something like that. And they got RJ Barrett out of Duke. Well, how do you rank these top players? How do you rank these three?
I reckon just how you said it, man. I really think that Zion Williamson is like a guy that I've never ever seen in my life before. He's one of those guys that really, man, I haven't seen. Like, if you think about it, the closest guy you can really kind of compare him to is like a Sean Kemp kind of player, but he's way bigger and maybe has more of a man body than even Sean Kemp had coming into the league. But I really think Zion is going to take the league by storm and really show these boys how to play big boy ball, because he's going to be bigger than a lot of guys, than a lot of these grown men that he's going against. RJ Barrett, he got to show me that he can use his offhand and that he can really be the best player on a championship level team. Now, I think he has the talent. He has a scorer's mentality, but got to see how much dog he has in him. But he showed me some dog against that Central Florida team when he got that rebound and went back up and put his team up for the victory. Ja Morant, he got everything. Only thing he need to show is that he can lead a team. But as far as skill set, he got a shot. He can get to the bucket. He got hops. Got great passing ability. We just got to make sure that he can lead a team and really can compete with grown men at this level. But hey, money, man, game. That's it, man. Before I wrap it up, man, we got that betting show in about 10 minutes.
So you would take Ja Morant over RJ Barrett if you was Memphis, because that number 2 pick is a debate. They saying, which who would you take between these two? You got RJ Barrett coming out of Toronto. Toronto got a big fan base, or would you take Ja Morant out of Murray State, a small school?
That's what I'm saying, man. That small school sometimes dissuade me, but looking at the recent NBA and guys like Damian Lillard and guys like CJ McCollum, guys like what's that guy?
Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry, yeah, absolutely. Those guys didn't go to big schools, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily always mean you got to go to big school. It's about the work ethic that you have when you get into the league. Everybody who's in the league is good. It's just they're separated by their work ethic and the work that they put in and how much they love and want to own their craft. Maybe some guys are more guy, you know what I'm saying, guy that gifted, you know what I'm saying, have the height, have the length, you know what I'm saying, just have guy gifted talent. But for the most part, everybody in the league is good, and what separates good from great is just your work ethic.
Yep, I appreciate it, Mike, and I think Ja Morant should be the right pick. So I hope Memphis we get Ja Morant.
Already, man. I appreciate you. You took H Money for calling in, big dog. Thank you for calling in. There you have it, man. My guy, your guy, our guy, H Money, man. The Money Gang, one of the realest guys I know. Go out and follow his YouTube channel, The Money Game Boxing on YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, and just follow H Money, man, on this journey, big dog. We all out here trying to grow, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all want somebody that's gonna be entertaining, H Money is that guy. Until next time, I'm out this bitch. Let me drop my goddamn theme music, my motherfucking superhero music. Y'all know when y'all hear this shit, y'all think about one nigga and one nigga only. MG. Let's go.
Get time. Come up through the struggle, not too many get to tell. Got up and shook it off every time we ever fail. Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. Transportation make you happy when your life a living hell. Sirens jump behind us praying we don't go to jail. With the skin, 2 attempts, handed fans over. Sicko hit, shot and missed, 2 to stand over. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram, I might be at a miss.